Why you wanna let me go, nah, nah, now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know, nah, nah, now. Cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing? Saying you're moving back.
Hello ladies, I hope you are ready for some serious cleaning motivation. Today we will be cleaning some windows, catching up on some laundry, which I feel like I always do. I'm gonna be cleaning some nooks and crannies in my kitchen and just getting the house back in order. As you can see, it totally needs that. This is how it looked like on Friday early evening. After a whole week of working in school and after school activities, this is basically how the house looks like every Friday. I feel like I am staying on top of things at the beginning of the week, but as the week progresses, things just get more messy, and I just kind of, it's almost like I'm waiting for that Friday after work to start getting the house just back into order. So Kitchen Island is definitely one of those places where all the things gather, and they do gather throughout the week, and I clean it up each evening, but I feel like Thursday and Friday it just explodes with stuff, because even though we keep on top of it throughout the week, there is things like laundry that I never seem to be catch up on. There are backpacks after the whole week of school. We have some random items from our trips to the stores. We usually do some grocery shopping either on lunchtime on Friday or right after work, so it just explodes with stuff. So let me know if you are the same way, if as you get towards the weekend, the house tends to get just messier. It's almost like you know you're gonna be cleaning and you start to not pay as much attention to put things away as, you know, as they come up. So I'm definitely that way, but I'm curious to know if you are the same way as well.
Why don't we say that it's too late for us now? Why do we stay when I blame you for the things that weigh me down? Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She.
And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Marta. I am a full-time working mom, and on my channel you're gonna find a lot of content about routines, cleaning motivation, just like typical stuff for a working mom to help with like house and time management. So if this is something you're interested, make sure that you subscribe down below. And for those of you who are coming back, I am so glad you are back. You know that laundry is something I struggle with, not so much with washing, but putting things away. And lately, I have been trying to do laundry as least amount of time during the week as possible. So during the work week, I try to not to do the laundry. I will typically wait either for Friday evening, or if I have Friday off, I'll do it on Thursday evening. And so far, I'm liking that because I don't have to think about it during the week, and those clothes don't pile up to be put away. So I just kind of make sure that I have enough things like pajamas for the kids to last them through the week, and you know, just things so I don't have to do the laundry every single day like some people do, or every other day like I used to do. It's nothing against that, it's just it's not my favorite chore, so I'm trying to figure out a way so I don't have to do it too often, and that it's just, I don't know, it seems to be working. So I'll let you know in a few weeks if I am still sticking to it, but so far so good. And after I'm done cleaning with the kitchen island, I moved on to the kitchen. You know that I like to keep my kitchen clean because it's an open concept house, and the kitchen is just, you know, dirty. It just has this whole feeling of dirty throughout the house. So that was definitely next on my list.
You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, cleaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing.
if you are watching this video, I am assuming that you do get some motivation out of it, or watching other people clean and getting their house back in order. But is there a particular thing that you like to watch other people clean? Is there, I know for a lot of us, is me included, it's washing the sink. There's just something about it that I enjoy watching if that is part of somebody else's video. But let me know what other parts of the house or room, specific rooms that you like to watch other people clean, so that brings you more motivation. I'm just curious what it is for other people. Like I said, for me, it's definitely the sink. That's one of them. And I think the other one that I like to watch is just general, like cleaning up like everyday messes. Like when I have either a bigger project or I need to declutter something, I think just seeing that before and after, that's very motivational for me to get things going in my own house. So let me know what it is for you.
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here, all my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still.
So lately we have been on this kick with cookies, chocolate chip cookies from Costco. I just love them because they are soft, and I just really enjoyed how they taste. And now my kids that I have tried it, especially my son, he likes to eat them as well. Now they're big, so once you have one, you're done for the day. But there is just a lot of them. It's from Costco. So what I have been doing is just putting half of it in a container so we can put it in the pantry, and the other one goes into the freezer. And when we are done with the first portion, we just move on to the next, and they taste just as good. So if you have never tried that and you are buying things like chocolate chip cookies from Costco, definitely do that. And next I moved on to cleaning my espresso machine. It has to be cleaned probably every other month or so. There's like a little indicator that tells you it needs to be cleaned. So I was doing that, and you're gonna notice that in a few minutes that once I started just doing the typical things I do for cleaning, I decided to do some deep cleaning of it, because for some reason I know what the reason is. In the instructions, it tells you to just, whenever you're done using, your espresso machine, all the parts that, when you put the coffee and stuff, just to rinse them off with water. And they have been getting just really stained from the coffee. I mean, obviously. And I finally am like, let me just try using some soap and stuff. And my gosh, once I started doing that, I just kind of went all out and wanted to make sure it's kind of starting to look exactly like it did 2 years ago, probably. Maybe not that long, but probably when I first bought it. So definitely it's one of those things when you start cleaning sometimes, and you just kind of get carried away with a specific item, how detailed you clean it. So I don't know what happens to you guys, but I know it definitely does to me from time to time. When I am so into it, then I kind of go overboard with how detailed I get with cleaning it.
We'll go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have. Chasing all that we don't have. Chasing all that we do not have. We do not. Yesterday we could be ourselves. Didn't have much, but nevertheless we were true to each other. But now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning. That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cry.
So this was definitely one of those parts that was very stained. I mean, it's black on the bottom because that's how the color of it. But on the top, on the edges, you can see how when I'm cleaning it with that brush, it is brown from the coffee. So it's not like it was dirty, it was just stained. And I was always actually wondering how to clean this specific part because it's, I mean, you cannot do it with a sponge, nothing will happen. But then I thought of the little gadget that I have for cleaning the sink, and I'm like, you know what, this is gonna work. This will definitely get into those hard to get spots. So I found another use for that tool. And then as I was getting ready to put the espresso machine back in its spot, I thought to myself, why not use that brush to clean that little corner over there? The actually looks dirtier than it was, especially in that corner because of just of the shade of the grout, but it made a huge difference to do it. And you know, I did go slowly over it. I think this is definitely speed up, but I'm just loving this tool, guys. I'm finding more things to do with it. And once I was done, I figured, no, I need to at some point do it all around the kitchen, but I was really running out of time that day. But you're gonna see how big of a difference it has made to just go over it and clean it really, really well.
The sea, I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late.
And now we are on Saturday. This is the kitchen window. And I was trying to show with my camera how dirty it was, but it really didn't pick up on it as much. Like the net was very dusty, the window was very dusty. There is not too much footage from me washing that window because as you can see, the lighting is just not working in my favor. So you only see the shade of me, but I definitely wanted to show you that it got pretty grimy in there and it definitely needed some attention. And I wanted to do it on that weekend because I know that in wintertime, windows or washing the windows, especially from, you know, the outside of it, is just not happening because it's way too cold. But I live in the Chicago area and it's, as I am doing this voiceover and when the video is going to be published, it has been so nice. It's still kind of summer weather and it's already October. So that's very unusual. And I was like, you know what, this might be a great time to wash some of the windows. So I took the net. I don't know if that's the correct name for it, but it really needed to be washed. So I figured I'm just gonna hose it down with water and then I used a sponge and just a dishwashing detergent to give it a good clean, and then I rinsed it off again with water. And then I put it against the fence in the sun so it can dry off, and then I put it back on when it was all nice and dry.
Stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back.
And the other window I really wanted to wash is the one in the living room. As you guys can see, like towards the other lower half of the window, it's all smudges. That's from our dog. She likes to go to the window and see what people are doing, and she is still just pushing her nose against the window, so it looks pretty gross. So it's something I have to clean constantly, but also the windows, the same as in the kitchen, they just haven't been cleaned in a while and they were just dirty. So it definitely probably doesn't pick on camera as much as it is in real life, but even my husband, when he came to the living room, he just like, wow, we can see much more light into the room because I washed the windows. So you know that feeling when, you know, the windows are washed, you can definitely see much better and it lets out more sun inside your house. So let me know how often you wash your windows. I feel like for me, it's probably at least twice a year. I don't know if this year, I don't even know. This is probably the second time I'm washing them. I like to, especially like in the living room, I like to wash it more often. because it's, you know, that's the window that lets all the sun into the house, and definitely you can see when it's dirty. After I was done washing it with just like the window cleaner or the glass cleaner from Method, there are some spots that I have to kind of go back in and clean again, because when the sun is directly shining on the window, you can definitely see more of those spots. So I put some just water on my Eco Cloth and went to some of those corners, but I still haven't found like this perfect way to clean windows, so I don't see anything when the sun is shining on them. So if you have any tricks, let me know down below.
Right before you told me, I tried to change it all. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again, again, again. Strangers again, again, again. We're like strangers again, again, again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. We'd never fall, could have tried much harder. Now all we have are scars. You said we'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to breathe.
And the last thing on my list was to clean the floors. So always vacuuming and mopping the floor is something I leave until the very end, unless I am sometimes in a hurry to clean. I will vacuum before I dust, which I don't like to do because I feel like, you know, dusting creates a lot of like particles flying around. However, there are a few situations where I know, you know, either the kids are outside of the house and, you know, the puppy is playing and I haven't good time to vacuum. I'll do it in a reverse order, but typically my ideal way is to clean everything else and then vacuum. So let me know if you use the same system or it depends, or you just really don't care, and either way works fine if you don't have any preference. So let me know down below. But I mentioned a few times already, I think in my videos, that you know, the dog hair, and I don't know if, again, the camera is picking it up, but it's just everywhere. She sheds a lot. We got like a brush to brush her off and it helps a little bit, but it's just, it's everywhere and I am not used to it because our previous dogs did not shed. So definitely a new cleaning adventure for me.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love, I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope, something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling.
And the last thing was actually mopping the floors. I have bought the steam mop a few weeks ago because I feel like my wood floors are just not looking the best. So I used a few times, I just used with the steam mop simply with water. There was nothing else, and it did do a good job. I'm not saying that it didn't. But then I bought this method cleaner and I feel like it's much better. I think in general my floors, they look good right after, and I think after a couple of days they just, I don't know, they're just not shiny the way that I want them to be, but I think it's actually, you know, the wear of the floors at this point. It has nothing to do with what I clean it with. However, I am definitely loving it. I feel like it does a much better job compared to what I was using previously. I don't know if it's just because of the steam and hot water that it just makes it feel cleaner, if you know what I mean. So I'm definitely glad I got it. I have been using it every week for the past 2 weeks, like I said, when I'm mopping the floor. So definitely another win in the department of different things that I enjoy cleaning with, just like with the brush that I was showing for the few items in this video. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some cleaning motivation, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.
City dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds, and as the ocean is surrounding me,